Willow Springs resident, a proud Pleasantdale parent, and a property owner adjacent to your property. I didn't prepare anything before I came up here as I wanted to hear your discussion before making any comments, so please forgive the ramshackle nature of what I'm about to say. I'm encouraged today that I'm hearing elements of a discussion and approach that should have happened a year ago. We asked for a more collaborative approach, and I can see the nascent stages of that here. I appreciate a more public and deliberative process to this land sale as to what has happened in the recent past. I think you now see the value in that as well, and I thank you for your first steps. But a few general points as I remain concerned as to elements of the board's direction regarding the potential land sale. First, no land use study should be completed without first an appraisal of this property at the current zoning, as others have said tonight, which should then be immediately released to the public. The same holds true for any land use study, including your communications and your engagement documents with any contractor to maintain full transparency. Some questions remain, such as what would happen if two land use studies are at odds with each other? Will we be back to where we started? How will that process play out? Ultimately, for so many people in this room, and especially in the Pleasantdale community, any development that puts the health and safety of our school children and our neighbors at risk should not be considered by this board and should be immediately rejected. You don't need a land use study to tell you that industrial facilities don't belong anywhere near schools. Trust is hard won and easily lost. Ultimately, people would breathe much easier if this board would just commit to not selling this property to an industrial buyer. And finally, with all due respect to President Albert, who I thought you did a great job today trying to bring everyone together, I do take issue with use of the term reactive to describe previous actions regarding this land sale. Less face facts. You took proactive steps to place an industrial facility near a school. That's why all the people are here tonight giving up their Monday night. You took proactive steps to shield these discussions from our community and from our local officials. Those proactive steps resulted in the Illinois Attorney General ruling that this board, the elements of this board, there are two members on here that didn't, I want to make that clear, violated the Open Meetings Act. You haven't resolved any of those pain points yet. We can't dwell on the past, but it certainly informs and shapes our future. So there'll be skepticism, there'll be difficult conversations. If there is to be trust moving forward in a new process, I encourage you not just to meet with our village officials, but I also encourage more of these public discussions. But also, how about we just take industrial off the table as a board, as Member Alvarez has? I thank him for taking that stance both during the election and again tonight. I thank him for doing that. Nothing is stopping each of you from doing what he has done both tonight and in previous comments he has made. Industrial and warehouse developments are currently prohibited uses in Willow Springs on that property. It's not good for the residents of Willow Springs, it's not good for my children, it's not good for my neighbors, and it's not good for the future LT students at Pleasantdale Elementary. You have the power to put a significant pain point for our community at rest. Nothing is stopping you from joining together with Board Member Alvarez. It will still allow you to sell this property and use those funds in a responsible way. We can save a lot of taxpayer dollars and considerable anxiety for all of the parties involved, which is 8 simple words. We will not sell to an industrial buyer. Thank you.